of the day, but I'm on the park most of the time anyway. So I'm just looking for new park experiences. Actually, this is Matt underrated is team up. I found out I like team up because I never really played on that side of things. And I played a game with you, LD. And I was like, man, this is a genuine good time. And yeah, LD, you put me on. I'm not gonna lie, you was out there balling with Kobe. Yeah.
Let's begin this game 10 minutes. And starting it.
Yep, and we've got the players love it. Thank you, David. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. A look at the Nuggets. Right now, they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And, of course, Portland, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And, you know, for the Nuggets, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard. And for Portland, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
Craig can't get it to go.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Millsap passes to Porter. Back to Millsap. No good that time. Collins with some nice D. And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already making an impact.
Here's Murray. Great D that time from Nurkic.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
The offensive rebound. Here's Anthony. A 3 from McCollum. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. McCollum's got 5.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Millsap and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Nuggets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. On the wing, Porter. Back to Murray. To the left side wing. Craig passes to Murray. Got a piece of it. Porter dishes to Millsap. Can't connect from short range. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's Collins. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Murray, the pass to Craig. Here's Jokic. Murray surveying the D. Just 5 to shoot. Millsap in the corner. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
Millsap this time with the catch and fire, showing off his versatility.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. Rebound by Murray.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 22-point game against Memphis. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Denver also making a switch. Morris is checked in, and they double up Whiteside. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Murray with it. Now Anthony defending. Porter, no luck. Portland leading. Lillard scanning the floor. The shot's good. Lillard's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
And Porter, here we go. Can't get it to go. He's taken two and missed two. Portland leading by 4. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 7.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Jokic. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Lillard outside. No good with the triple. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 4. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league.
Basketball, like passion, love.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Plumlee out there with Grant. Then there's Monte Morris. Then there's Bull. And it's Dozier in at the shooting guard position. Trent gets the bucket. Mark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge. A gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
Here's Dozier after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Plumlee, no luck.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Lets it go from deep, and another 3 for Portland.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Grant, right side. Now, here's Bull. D right on him. Grant, that's good.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Morris. On the wing, Morris. Back to Grant. Plumlee trying to break loose. No good from Grant. Trailblazers leading by 6. Trent passes to Little, and it's Little finishing it off.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that leap.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltend.
It's Chris in at the center, filling out the middle. By the intensity you found with the red. Harrison by the line.
RPM tech benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltend. RPM check benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
It's Chris in at the center, filling out the middle. More medals by the intensity you found with the back. Harris inside the line.
RPM check benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Yeah, we got those W's, Agent. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're representing the 2K community right now. If there's anything you could ask Mike, what would it be?
It's all gonna be things he can't say. Like, when's it dropping? Like I need to know everything, man. Like, hey, Mike, just want you to know you are appreciated. I know the devs don't hear that all the time, but I know you be working day in and day out.
Appreciate it, Agent. What kind of questions are you asking specifically?
Like, yo, when's the game release? Is it gonna release for PS?
The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge. And with... Well, the Nuggets lucky to have him. Thanks, David. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard. And for the Mavericks, we've got Doncic. Also Seth Curry out there. Porzingis is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. Doncic against Murray. And Doncic, here we go.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
Here's Craig, guarded by Curry. Curry brings the double. Craig, first shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Well, might be the end of the regular season, Doris, but tonight's game has postseason implications.
What's better for an NBA team late in the year than to have a great test with a highly competitive group you're looking opposite? So obviously you want to play tough, meaningful games in preparation for the playoffs. This is going to be great.
Playoff atmosphere, you're right. And so here is Dallas after the Nuggets pick up 2. Curry from deep three-point land. The long distance three is buried.
Well, you cannot let Seth Curry have room to shoot on the perimeter. You are asking for trouble.
And Murray, here we go. Got a piece of it, and they're able to recover. Hardaway against Porter. Second shot opportunity. Nice jump shot. Good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now, here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy. Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And that one's good, Jokic.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Well, it was the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to Dallas. Here's Porzingis. Out to Hardaway. Takes the three. Porter pulls it in. For Denver, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Down low. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Got that one up quick.
Guys, you want to be able to score from all 3 levels, and Hardaway Jr. is capable. That instance, mid-range is on point. The numbers for Luka Doncic, absolutely staggering. The only rookie ever to average over 20 points, 7 boards, and 5 assists.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here. Here's Murray. It's deflected.
Doncic known for his offense, but twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
And stolen by Murray. And there's the pass to Millsap. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. And such impressive poise and confidence for Luka Doncic, Doris. He's unfazed by the NBA.
I think it makes sense, Kevin, when you consider this young man has been playing as a pro and against men since the age of 16. And by 17, he was tearing up the EuroLeague. This guy was ready to make the leap.
This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with. Oh, great ball movement there.
Passes it to Craig. Doncic with the steal. And again, Dallas running up the court in transition. Here's Hardaway. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Jokic finds Millsap. Trying to find Jokic, gets it to him. Count the basket. Jokic has got his 3rd bucket of the night. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
Pass to Jokic. Outside Porter. Over Hardaway. And there's Porter on the assist by Jokic. Porter's got his 2nd bucket of the night. Here's Dallas. They're on a 12-4 run. And stolen by Murray. And here's the break. Here's Jokic. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
I'll tell you, Tim Hardaway Jr. has shown signs of being a lights-out scorer. And he's got the game to do just that. He looks better and better every year, guys.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the 2nd quarter getting going right now. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effect.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Marjanovic, no good. The Nuggets trail by 5. Bull kicks to Dozier. Out to Morris from deep. Pass to Dozier. Latrey. That one's not going to go. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Wright looking around. Makes it off the glass. Wright's got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs. And here are the Nuggets now. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Grant kicks to Plumlee. Shoots over Marjanovic. And that one hits back iron. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter.
Well, you think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Daniels has checked in. Plumlee attacking. Now, here is Morris. Defense is right there. And the Mavericks, we know, have been trendsetters, investing in development and in technology.
Kevin, they have always been on the cutting edge of data collection and then using that data to give them a competitive advantage. When you're in a business, it's always about what's next? How can I be better?
And so Grant will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 11. He kicks it to Plumlee. Shoots over Marjanovic. And Plumlee gets it to go on the assist by Grant. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Right outside. There's the 3. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The 8-footer, Grant finds Morris. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Doris, you and I enjoy discussing pure scores, great shooters, but guys that can score a myriad of ways. Give us a couple of names that we don't always hear about that really impress you.
Well, one young man who I think has got an offensive game that is really continuing to grow and is quite beautiful already is Zach LaVine. But probably the best example, Kev, would have to be the multi-time winner of the Six-Man Award, and that's Sweet Lou Williams. This guy can score against any defense. He's great in pick and roll. He has become a better playmaker, but Lou Williams is a problem to guard.
And as people will say, he is a professional scorer.
That's perfect, yes.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Now, here's Bull. Defense right on him. Good on the shot.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bull. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
And right, here we go. Second chance shot. Now, here's Burke, covered by Morris. 5 to shoot. And it's sent back by Jokic. But they recover it. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for Nikola Jokic. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. Averaging about 18 points per, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists.
He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it to me is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Doncic, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Seth Curry in for DeLon Wright. And Denver also making a switch. Dozier's checked in. Free throw, good. Jokic.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And it's 13 points for Jokic.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
And Doncic gets it to go.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Murray against Doncic. Doncic with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Hardaway from outside. Doncic. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And now a 9-point Dallas lead.
Well, Luka Doncic has every skill necessary to be a difference maker on the boards. Let's begin with his great size.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks ahead by 9.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were on a nice little roll in that opening period.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2. Mavericks leading by 9. Doncic feeling it out. Tips it up. Porzingis on the follow. Porzingis has got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Dallas.
Well, there's reach, there's size, there's wingspan, and there's a knack for understanding where it's coming off. This is a very difficult thing to keep Porzingis off the window.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Nuggets shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And so Paul Millsap nails both of them.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Doncic, an easy 2 points on the layup. Doncic has got 10 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket for Millsap.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
And the pass to Doncic. A 3 ball. Millsap grabs the miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Passes it to Jokic. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Just doing what he can. He's competing and he's converting.
And he has really kept them in this one, Greg. A high effort level. Now the rest of the team has got to step up.
Murray, good.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
And Curry, here we go. Misses from short range.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Porter. Murray against Doncic. Left side, Hardaway. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. 10 points for Tim Hardaway.
You can see the kind of confidence Hardaway has in his shot. This guy is so fluid in the catch-and-shoot situations.
Pass to Murray. Doncic with the steal. Finney-Smith kicks to Porzingis. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Wright comes in for Curry. And Barea subbed in for Luka Doncic. Marjanovic finds Porzingis, and it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleba's checked in. Barea against Morris. Launches a three, and that's good. J.J. Barea for three. Barea's got 8.
This is JJ's play. Great quickness coming off the pick and roll situation. Never know whether he's going to shoot it or pass it.
Grant down low. Marjanovic on him. Here is Daniels. Guarded by Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. In the air. That's tipped. Wright outside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now a 10-point Dallas lead. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Dozier kicks to Grant. Right side, Hardaway. Offensive rebound. The Nuggets trail by 10. There's 39 seconds left here in the third quarter. Dozier passes to Plumlee. Dishes it to Daniels. To the middle. And the turnover again by Denver. Burke, he's checked in for Dallas. And a switcher also for Denver. Bulls checked in. Dallas leading by 10. Pass to Kleba. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Stolen by Grant.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance of momentum away from your opponent.
Right for 3. That shot off. And no good that time. And so it's Dallas with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. We've got DeLon Wright, also Trey Burke out there, and it's Marjanovic in at the center position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Jokic passes to Daniels. Unloads from 9, and that one goes long.
Boy, a little indecisive. I think he wanted to kick it out, changed his mind, and ended up missing.
Burke, and Grant sends it back.
Well, he's got to be a defensive stalwart, and Jeremy Grant using his size to send it back.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it, because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Doris, if you had to list a player with all the great talent in this league that's the most difficult to stop one-on-one, who would that be?
Well, like in similar situations, I can't give you just one. Some names that come immediately to mind: James Harden, obviously, has been in the MVP race. for 5 years running, I think. He's virtually impossible to guard, right? He's got a great system for his individual skills. Kevin Durant can get any shot he wants at any time. And then the virtuoso that is LeBron James, who can pick you apart with shooting, with scoring, with passing. He's really nothing short of remarkable.
To the paint, Kleba, the pass to Marjanovic. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. He feeds it to Morris. That one goes in.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
Here's Wright. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. And he banks in the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Dozier. Knocked away. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Now the Mavericks moving it up. That's good from Burke on the assist by Wright. Wright's got his 3rd assist on the night. Denver with the ball. Now the pass to Dozier. And the wide open shot from Morris. Cans it from downtown.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Here's Burke. And it's Dallas with another. And so Grant will bring it up for Denver. It's a 13-point game. 3-pointer, Daniels. The Mavericks pull it in. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Burke looking over the floor. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Finney-Smith, covered by Morris. Finney-Smith passes to Marjanovic. The shot missing. Some solid defense from Grant. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Morris, and the layup is good. Morris has got 7 now in this quarter.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Zinkas, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Maxi Kleba. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Wright. And Doncic is subbed in for Trey Burke. Murray against Doncic. Now here's Murray. He's tightly guarded. Craig kicks to Porter. Just 5 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And again, Denver no good.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Dallas.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
Yeah, I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Luka Doncic.
I think his steals tell the story. This guy was a disruptive force, and I don't think you can underestimate how important it is for a team to have someone in that role.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Kid Gilchrist against Millsap. Feeds to Vonleh. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Jackson has the open look. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Morris outside. Now the feed to Vonleh. It's good.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Barea, that's a 2-pointer. No good. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
PS5 won't release? Is there gonna be gameplay differences?
Well, I can't talk about release dates yet. A little bit later than usual, I'll say that.
Yeah.
For next gen, we're talking next gen. Gameplay differences, there's going to be a lot. There's some similarities between the two, but they share the same kind of DNA. But next gen just has a lot more of everything.
What's been your focus?
And let's... Well, I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Nuggets. Right now, they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Trailblazers. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And for the Trailblazers, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught in the middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard position. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot.
One of the top 10 shooting guards in the NBA, C.J. McCollum. I mean, you wonder, though, would he be even better lined up as a point guard? I'm not sure. But his defense has been his shortcoming. At 6'3", his size is better suited for the one.
Now, here's Lillard, following the miss by Jamal Murray. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range, they grab their own miss. Out to Anthony. Outside Collins. And here's McCollum for 3. The Trailblazers rebound. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Deep 2 from Murray.
Such a strong defender. Collins is terrific at positioning his body on this end and contesting without foul.
So it's Portland now. And Portland with another turnover here. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Murray, the pass to Porter. It's stolen by Anthony. Lillard attacking.
So crafty when driving to the rim. Whether it's scoring or getting to the line, Lillard simply makes the plays.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team, it's something that's more special to me than being an all-star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being the first team NBA.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in a power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
Here's Nurkic, following the basket by Paul Millsap. The drive by Nurkic. Outside Porter, back to Murray, and the layup's good off the glass.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. 1:58 left in the first quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
One of the game's lead scorers and closers, Damian Lillard. The game on the line. You know what time it is. It's Dame time.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Chris, you talk about degree of difficulty. Damian Lillard takes and makes some incredibly tough shots.
Kevin, the percentages don't do him justice. Often contested from deep. Lillard is always a threat.
Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Plumlee, no luck. The Trailblazers have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Shot from the wing. Good, he hits the jump shot.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Grant surveying the D. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, good on the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Simons taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. Here's Whiteside. Pass to Trent. Hezonja on the wing. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Hezonja's got his second basket of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. Daniels has checked in. .51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. He feeds it to Morris. The Nuggets moving the ball around. It's stolen by Little. And it's Whiteside off the drive. That one doesn't drop. And it's Denver the other way. Last time they met was in Denver.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
Yeah, Greg, it forced them to go much deeper into their bench than they wanted to. And then the game got ugly.
Here's Simons. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Trailblazers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
He's perfect from the line this time. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Whiteside sends it back. They recover it.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Trailblazers lead by 4. From Portland, we're back in a moment. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility when things go bad.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
Yeah, I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
But yeah, GA, they were just the more aggressive team. I mean, feeding off this crowd's energy.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the 4 for Portland. Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the 1.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition. And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Final.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Here's Cole. Offline with his 3. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
From a pure entertainment standpoint, who's a player that you think is must-watch TV?
Oh, man, you got to go Curry, Lillard, Harden, Giannis, Embiid, Simmons. I mean, you could just keep going. Let's go Lou Will off the bench. Let's even go defensively. You can even go Patrick Beverly. So many guys that is just so much fun to watch play. Must-see TV.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And then for Denver, Jokic has checked in for Grant. Michael Porter comes in for Bull. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. And that one drops for him.
I think McCollum's mechanics and mindset really come into play in the mid-range game. He's deadly from that area.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish you.
McCollum with the ball. Outguarded by Murray. McCollum passes to Lillard. Pulls up on the wing. Porter pulls it in.
A golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Lillard outside. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And the shot is good. Lillard's got the lead up to 11 now for Portland.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
Lillard attacking. Nurkic finds Anthony. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 5 on the clock. And here's McCollum for 3. It's good from long range. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
A lethal shooter from downtown. McCollum, he enjoys opportunities to pull the trigger.
Lillard against Murray. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game, the Bosnian Beast, making a name for himself.
1:10 left in the first half of basketball. Lillard against Murray. Lillard outside. Pass to Nurkic. Kicks to McCollum. This one for 3. They get it back. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there. Staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chance.
The pass to Dozier. The dish to Millsap. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Lillard attacking. Here's McCollum. And it's Denver with the rebound. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. To the wing on the left. And stolen by Lillard. Anthony down low. Millsap covering. They get it again. Anthony kicks to McCollum. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pop. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4. And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2 spot. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. Outside Collins. And he uses the glass on the layup. Collins has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Trailblazers.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make almost any shot.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
Porter passes to Murray. The kick out to Porter. Pass to Jokic. Here's Craig. 4 on the shot clock. From past the arc, sinks the three-pointer. Craig's got 5 now.
Well, he's not focused on the D on most possessions, but you can forget about him altogether.
To the inside, Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Porter against McCollum. Back to Murray. He kicks it to Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And it's 8 points for Millsap.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Passes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Porter with the steal. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. And Jokic slams it in.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Lillard against Murray. McCollum outside. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap, for his size, a pretty good rim protector.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And a switcher also for Denver. Morris is checked in. Here's Whiteside. He gets it in there. And the Trailblazers lead by 7. All players look for an edge, Chris. For example, certain guys are just so deceptive with the ball in their hands. I mean, you're always looking for whatever can give you that advantage.
2 of the best. The players and people can complain as much as they want, but Harden getting to the line is genius because he knows how you're guarding him, and basically you got to stay away from him to guard him because he's so skilled. And by the way, Curry does the same thing, and Curry, one of the smaller players in the league, but always finding a way to take the contact, take the bump, but to get the scoring up. And I think as a fan for me, I know as a fan for me, it's fun watching the cat and mouse game between the offensive player and the defender, seeing who can get the best of each other while involving the ref.
Well, they just control their bodies so well. They know exactly what they need to do to get that call.
And it's all on the spur of the moment. I mean, this is all on the fly. Such genius to watch play.
Little banked in off the glass. Little's got 5.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pass to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Simons surveying the D. Here's Trent. From outside, off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 7, and they're pushing it up. Here's Grant, finished off the break. Grant's got 4 points this quarter.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Here's the pass to Simons. .55 seconds left in the third. Hezonja on the wing. That 3 off the mark. And stolen by Whiteside.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yeah, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possession.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in, and Denver with a change here too. Daniels is checked in for Bol. The Nuggets trail by 8. Morris passes to Daniels. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Here's Simons. Lays it up and banks it in. Nuggets have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Dozier kicks to Grant. Denver passing it around. And the turnover again by Denver. .19 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Simons, covered by Morris. A nice shot by Simons.
Just like Buck. The finger roll is all about the feel. He's got plenty of it.
They get it back. Tries again.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
And so it's Portland in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've had active hands and, of course, a lot of turnovers in this one. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
This is the versatility you need to play in today's game. 2 guards have to be able to make plays for others.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Anthony out there with Collins. Then there's Whiteside, and it's Trent in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Anthony down low. He's covered by Daniels. Shot clock at 5. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Shot by Collins, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing this man into a difficult attempt.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Portland leading by 6. Trent passes to Carmelo. Inside, here's Simons. In the corner, Collins with it. Buries it from 3-point range.
The rhythm and precision, Collins making the catch and shoot jumper look like easy money there.
Dozier passes to Jokic. Count that one. Jokic has got 4 this quarter.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Here's Simons. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Anthony in the corner, puts it up. Rebound by Murray.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim. They have picked it up offensively here in the second half. Ball movement, getting high percentage shots, and you can definitely see a difference.
Lillard in a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Yeah, it's taken on a different feel since the break. You can see how many more hustle plays are being made.
Here's Lillard, and it's sent back by Jokic. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Nurkic finds Collins. Back to Nurkic to the wing right side. The shot by Lillard wide open. Sinks the triple. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
Lillard again missing. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. 8-point game. Here's Porter. Lays it up off the glass.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Nurkic up top. Over Jokic. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
It's got to be nice to have that combination of height and skill. You know you can get your shot off pretty much against anyone. One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
McCollum kicks to Anthony. Over Porter, and Anthony with the basket on the assist by McCollum. Anthony's got his first points of the night.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Anthony, the pass to McCollum. The shot that time, not on target. Now Denver takes it the other way. Here's Porter. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Porter's got 4 this quarter.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
Looking to end his cold spell. Murray against Lillard. Outside Collins, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
6 on the shot clock. Nurkic, the pass to Anthony.
An active player who just takes pride in his defense. Porter is solid at contesting shots with that reach. I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he does get the second one. And that brings them within 5.
They're looking to get the most out of every possession. Frustrated and miss even one free throw right now.
Pass to Collins. Fires from 14. Count that bucket.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
But yeah, this is no let up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
They've got an effective passing big man in Millsap. He does a lot for their chemistry.
Anthony finds Lillard. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Shot by Collins, no good. And it's the Nuggets with the ball, trailing by 5. And Porter, here we go. Can't get it to fall. And here is Anthony. Here's Nurkic off target. And so it's Portland winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
into the year.
How can we make the game fun? You know, I know that sounds kind of dumb, but a lot of times from the dev standpoint, we're like, how can we make the game more realistic? Or how can we make it look more like, you know, what we see on TV? And sometimes those things aren't equal, right? Sometimes a really fun game is not necessarily the most realistic game. So we went to, you know, through a lot of just different meetings and design ideas of like, well, you know, what's not fun in 2K?
And as things, that's some pretty sound advice. Thanks, DA. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. And Van Vliet out there with Lowry. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at shooting guard. Now Millsap. Following the miss by Michael Porter from deep. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Craig passes to Millsap. Murray left side. Clock at 4. Goes back up. Well, Steve, a great time of the year. A number of teams battling for playoff position. Is home court advantage as important as it used to be, Steve?
Yeah, I think it is. I still think it comes down, if it's a Game 7, which we all want to see, you want it at home. You want to sleep in your bed. You want to be on your court. And I think it gives you advantage always.
Porter dishes to Millsap. Back to Porter. Takes a 3. Outside for Murray. Here's Craig, covered by Van Vliet. Millsap, and the rejection by Ibaka. 3-on-3. Lowry has the open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Oh, that's great awareness. That's a great pass. Credit Siakam and the work he's done to understand where everyone is in this offense. Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized forward.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. It's a 3-point game. Here's Anunoby, guarded by Porter. Passes it to Siakam for Murray. Ibaka controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Excellent timing on the offensive glass, and Ibaka takes advantage of the second chance opportunity.
Porter finds Millsap. Now Jokic. Siakam pulls it in. And here's Lowry. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Utah. Siakam inside. Millsap on him. That one good for 2.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
And stolen by Siakam. Here's Van Vliet, and he banks in the layup.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
One of the league's best kept secrets, Pascal Siakam out of Cameroon, discovered as a raw teenager at Basketball Without Borders back in 2012.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Morris is checked in for Torrey Craig. And Toronto also making a switch. Gasol's checked in. The pass to Lowry. Shoots from the elbow. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. Well, Smitty, you're talking about Siakam. The Raptors president is from Nigeria and very active in the Basketball Without Borders program.
You're totally right. A prospect like Siakam was on his radar. The late first-round pick in 2016 was more than rewarding where he ended up at.
Here's Morris. After the made shot from Kyle Lowry. offensive rebound. Morris with the bucket.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
To the inside. Here's Gasol. Pass to Anunoby. Another shot. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Boucher is checked in. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Powell, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Nuggets trail by 9. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
In the corner, Bull with it. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the first. Plumlee, the pass to Bull. Shot clock at 6. Grant, right side. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Raptors leading by 9. To the paint. Here's Davis. And again, Toronto no luck. Nuggets have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. 2 points, that one goes.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
He kicks to Powell. And again, no good by Toronto.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Marc Gasol so appreciated by his fans, and certainly a lot of...
Just fun. You see more fans on the stand.
And great to see so many different cultures and countries embrace the game.
Yes, and with players like Gasol having so much success, I think it helps give those Latino and Spanish-speaking fans a connection to the NBA.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter, we got Hollis-Jefferson. Davis is out there. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Siakam is checked in for Toronto. Now Daniels. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And let's take this chance now to break out the list of the league's leading teams in the steals department. The Raptors in second.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Hollis-Jefferson passes to Gasol. here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Grant. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Grant's got his first bucket of the night.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Gasol passes to Siakam. It's deflected. And Daniels up top. Guarded by Powell. Down low. Here's Plumlee. Rejected by Gasol.
Love how Gasol patrols the court. Always on the lookout to reject a shot.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Norman Powell. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Davis. Lowry passes to VanVleet. Back to Lowry. 6 to shoot. That one drops for him. Lowry's got 7 points in the game.
Kyle Lowry is a very tough guy for 6'1". He's a guy who loves to attack the inside, even though he's small.
And that one drops. Defensively, Smitty, why do we see more full court press in college than we do in the NBA?
You know, the guards are better at the NBA level, and I think also your 5-man, who usually a guy who can't bring it up, they're pretty good at the NBA level. Just overall, Kevin, the skill level at the NBA level is better at college, so you can't really trap guys and pick on one guy who's not equipped.
Plumlee, the pass to Grant. Back to Plumlee. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Toronto. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs.
And I think for Toronto, they're not an opponent any team wants to see on their schedule. They've been producing all season long. And guys, I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
We figured that by this point in the season, they would have separated themselves from the pack. They've done that and more.
Outside for Lowry. High post to Ibaka. VanVleet passes to Anunoby. Back to VanVleet. Knocks down the 3-ball. VanVleet's got the lead up to 14 now for Toronto.
Spacing and ball movement. We hear coaches talk about those two elements all the time. Well, you have to understand what your strengths are. Just not a good finish at the rim on that play.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Pass to Grant. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 4 assists in the game.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now. And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And Toronto also making a switch. Boucher is checked in.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Jokic, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability. This is who you want leading that play, a sure passer with great awareness.
Morris passes to Millsap. That shot misses. Now Toronto takes it the other way. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
This is a big part of Siakam's game. The ability to put the ball on the floor and make a play.
Murray kicks to Morris. Outside Millsap. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Easy chance for mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
And he makes that one.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
And Lowry gets it to go.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge lead with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
And so it's Toronto holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a... All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the two. Kyle Lowry has been the story in this one. He had 12 points and 1 assist. And that'll do it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Craig in at the 2 guard. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report, thank you so much. And in recent seasons, we've seen Serge Ibaka involved in some extracurriculars. He can get a little chippy out there.
Yes, indeed. Last season, he had a 3-game suspension. Penalties can escalate for repeat offenders, something he's got to be aware of.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Marc Gasol is checked in for Siakam. And it's Powell in for Fred VanVleet. Anunoby, no good.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Offensive rebound, Craig. Gasol with the defensive effort.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
To the middle. And Millsap slams it in.
Well, all right. Paul Millsap looking bouncy tonight.
Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Millsap's running. Murray kicks to Craig. Lowry against Murray. From about 16. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. From 11 feet away, the shot by Powell, no good. The Nuggets shooting poorly, just 35% so far. The drive by Jokic. It's stolen by Ibaka. Lowry against Murray. A second chance effort. From deep, Gasol. No good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Here's Porter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And this is a guy who just naturally draws fouls at a very high rate. That time Porter takes him off the bounce.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
A different look for Denver. Bowl, he's checked in for Millsap. Troy Daniels comes in for Torrey Craig. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. The Raptors also changing it up. Boucher is checked in. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson in for OG Anunoby. First one falls for him. GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. He grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Teams that make their free throws, they're so tough down the stretch. Let's check out the best. 5th, the Raptors.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Here's Gasol, and it's denied.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Now here's Powell. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Whew. He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto, he's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's given a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent.
The Nuggets shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Morris, no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And out of UCLA, Norman Powell, an athletic 6'4" combo guard, said he modeled his game after Russell Westbrook.
And I can see why. He's gifted physically as well. A 6'11" wingspan, a 40-inch vertical leap. He's more of a 2-guard in my opinion, and he's off to a strong start in his young career.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Inside, and stolen by Bull. Down low, and finished off by Porter.
And at 7'2", Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Passes it to Gasol. Yep, it counts.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Out to the wing. Here's Boucher. The three-pointer, no good. Denver's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Jokic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Marc Gasol. The Nuggets have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. Both teams will make substitutions. And Jokic drops them both. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And Siakam has it in the corner. Over Jokic. And again, it's Toronto converting.
This speaks to Siakam's all-around game. You're going to give me the mid-range jumper? I'll take it.
Morris passes to Jokic. Morris kicks to Bull. Here's Dozier. No good on the 3. That shot off the mark. And so it's Toronto rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. They've got McCaw. Johnson is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Thomas. And it's Boucher in at the 5. When it comes to just the love for the game, Smitty, does every NBA player have to have that, or is it possible to not love the game, embrace the game, and work through it in that way?
You know, I think 90% of the guys have a love for the game. I think there are some guys that just don't love it, but they play it. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it doesn't, I guess, spill over to the guys that love it. There are some plays, I played with some players, after they left the gym, they didn't think about a game, of watching the game, playing the game. But when they're on the court, they gave 110% effort. There are some guys that just love it, and there's some guys that just like it.
But I know you, and you did. You loved the game.
I still love it, Kevin. Still love it.
I know you do. I know you do. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson with the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for Denver. Paige Diop's checked in, and it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. The pass to Dozier. Denver passing it around. I saw this the other day, Steve. The NBA now helping to create the Basketball Africa League. 12 teams from across that terrific continent. I think it's pretty exciting.
It is. This is an incredible story. Great for the sport and great for the people of Africa.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. McCaw, the pass to Boucher. Out left to the wing. Here's Hollis-Jefferson. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the three. Here's Bates Diop, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. Conley's checked in for Denver. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Raptors. And here are the Nuggets now. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
The defense late to react. A beautiful play we just saw.
The Raptors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Johnson, that's for 2. Second shot opportunity. Shots good by Boucher.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Pass to Dozier. Murray left side. There's the triple. Here's Vonleh. Here's Plumlee. And at last, they get one to fall.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Boucher kicks to Thomas. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Plumlee, the pass to Dozier. Here's Bates Diop. And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That's his first foul. And for a team's schedule that includes 4 games and 5 nights, sports writers have introduced the term schedule losses due to fatigue. I just don't think that's very good, but it's the reality right now.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, Kevin, you know these games, you travel a lot. Your legs are just done, and that's when you have to rely on a total team, play more guys. But it happens. You can't get out of this quicksand. You're going to have those type of losses.
Blows the dunk. Toronto's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And Davis puts it in. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Dozier passes to Bates Diop. And Plumlee kicks to Daniels. Pass to Vonleh. Here's Bates Diop from deep. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Raptors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with 1 left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Pascal Siakam.
You know what stood out to me was the anticipation defensively. He sensed what the offense wanted to run, then found ways to disrupt that and cause turnovers.
Traps in the tray.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Let's go. No good off the front iron. Here's Toronto. Davis dishes to Johnson. Misses the three. So it's Denver now. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Davis surveying the floor. Pass to McCaw. Back to Davis from outside the arc. The shot comes out. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. body fluid. And goaltend.
Not fun in 2K. And we got called out by, you know, some NBA players. What wasn't
Like
fun.
fast grinding.
That kind of stuff. Like throwing the ball away on cherry pick passes.
Right.
Things you didn't have control over.
That's dope, actually. You're saying exactly what I like to hear. And this is the first time for you guys in a while where you had like a generation jump. Is there anything like you're real excited about?
There's some really cool stuff with movement, I'll say that.
A beautiful skyline of and a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Millsap.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr., Doncic out there with Seth Curry, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Craig in at shooting guard.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Now here's Millsap. Pass to Jokic, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the grab into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
Craig can't get it to go. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Hardaway passes to Finney Smith. Curry with a wide open look. Off target from 3-point range. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Baseline try. Here's Millsap. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, Millsap, the go-to guy here. This offense has some sets where they like to get him the ball in some isolation. Good work on the inside that time.
Doncic, no good.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
And Curry, here we go. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away using those long arms.
Porter looking it over. Lets the 3 fly. Mavericks with the rebound.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs.
Right.
So, you know, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team because they're the 4th seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
Outside Curry. Passes it to Porzingis. Here's Finney Smith. Jokic defending. They get the rebound. Porzingis. Curry kicks to Doncic. Hardaway with a wide open look. That one rolling around and rims out.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. The Mavericks also with a sub. Kleba's checked in. Morris finds Plumlee. Back to Morris. Fires from deep. Hits it from 3-point range.
Like the awareness there. Plumlee quickly assesses his options and moves it.
And Doncic, here we go. That one goes. Count it. Doncic has got his second basket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him. Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
And here are the Mavericks now. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Checking out the numbers for Hardaway. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's putting up about 21 points per, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Dallas making a switch here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Wright comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Barea is checked in for Hardaway. And it's Burke in for Doncic. Barea, that's a 2-pointer. Kept alive. Here's Marjanovic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Unblockable shot unless they get a bigger man on him. And I'm looking at the roster sheet, Kevin. I don't see anybody bigger.
Dozier passes to Grant. The baseline jumper goes down.
No doubt that Jeremy Grant wants to become a better shooter, showing signs of progress in his catch-and-shoot game.
Over to the wing. Barea, the pass to Marjanovic. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist.
They are just killing them on the interior.
To the paint. And the dunk by Grant.
Well, Grant, one of those big guys that gets up off the ground like a guard. Love to see him throw it down.
Fires the 3. The shot misses. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Mavericks lead by 1. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Trey Burke is out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Marjanovic. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Kleba in at the 4 slot.
And the Nuggets franchise still looking for their first trip to the NBA Finals.
How about the franchise making the ABA Finals back in 1976? So it's been quite elusive here in the mountains to get the finals back to Denver. 40 years ago, still looking for that trip.
On the wing, Morris. Burke covering. That one falls. Daniels has got his first 2 points.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And it's Grant in the corner. To the inside. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And Denver has possession. Morris kicks to Plumlee. Burke with it. He's against Morris.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Chalk up 2 there.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Jeremy Grant, and it's Jamal Murray in for Morris. Then for the Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Trey Burke. And it's Seth Curry in for J.J. Barea. And he gets the bucket. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Millsap anticipating the pass there and set himself up for the shot.
It's Curry with the drive, and it's good. 2 points. Curry's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And Daniels up top, guarded by Wright. Millsap passes to Murray. Here's Bowl to the paint. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. We talk so much about the stars in this league, Brent. Name some role players who, when they do get hot, they can be terrific.
Well, there's nobody better, and I think he's ripped out a page from Seattle's own Jamal Crawford. There's been nobody better in the last couple of years than what Lou Williams has represented for the Clippers. He's had scoring performances, Kevin, and you've been witness to them courtside, where it's just astounding that he can go and get where he wants to go and make the types of shots that he's been able to do. And this is a revelation because this is 7, 8, 9 years that he's been in the league, and he's doing this with such great impact and, thankfully, rightfully, been rewarded for it.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And Doncic, here we go. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Dozier's checked in. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs. 1:32 left in the first half of the game. Curry with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Left side, Porzingis. Over Jokic. Porzingis can't hit.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Millsap dishes to Murray. Nifty move. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
Well, you overreact to Paul Millsap. Good job of him staying patient and then finding one of his open teammates.
It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket for Millsap.
Reliable three-point shooter as his career has gone on. Much different than his early days in Utah.
Curry looking it over. From deep 3-point range, it's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Dozier passes to Jokic. There's the feed to Millsap. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
The Mavericks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
He's off on the second.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And the dunk by Doncic.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here, it is eye-opening.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 12 points and 3. And
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Craig in at the 2-guard spot. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They lead by 4. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And there it is for him. Jokic just got his second bucket.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration. Talk about players who are X factors for their team, and for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray is one of those guys. He is a guy that once he gets going, feels like the team can become unbeatable.
As you said, Brent, a hot Jamal Murray can take over a game.
Big time investment from the Nuggets this offseason in what Jamal Murray is to them now, but what he can be in the future. And I think right now what he's looking to be is as consistent as he possibly can be, night in and night out, to prepare this team each season to play its best basketball in the postseason.
Clock is at 3. Craig passes to Jokic. Here's Millsap. Mavericks with the rebound.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Doncic, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Porzingis with the steal. On the wing, Hardaway. Now here's Curry, guarded closely. From deep. Poked loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Looking now at some numbers for Luka Doncic. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, putting up 26 points per, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Troy Daniels, he's checked in for Porter. And that one's good. Millsap.
That's Millsap's bread and butter there. Good mid-range shooter, and his shooting form on point.
Doncic passes to Wright. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Down low, here's Jokic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. A different look for Denver. Grant, he's checked in for Millsap. Bol comes in for Torrey Craig. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Burke, he's checked in for Dallas. Hardaway for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Hardaway has got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs. Brent, you know, the moving screen is one of those very difficult judgment calls, isn't it?
It's a tough one, Kevin, but what you look for all the time in replays when you see that call, it's almost like the salsa. I'm looking at the hips and the feet. If the feet are too wide, and Kevin Garnett was the biggest problematic moving screen setter that I ever saw, being 6'11" and spreading out those sticks of his. But if the feet go wider than the shoulder, impossible. And then the hip move as the defender is moving around the screener, just enough of a nudge for him not to be able to catch up.
Yes.
Those are the ones where the referees, I think, are most in tune to in order to blow the whistle.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Hardaway. Up again. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Grant down low. Plumlee Grant finds Plumlee. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, he's so active. You got to box Grant out. When the shot goes up, he'll get to the offensive glass, and he rises up off the floor pretty quick.
Here's Kleba. He's covered by Grant. The three. Kleba, no good.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Inside, here's Daniels. Pass to Plumlee. No good that time, so the Mavericks will take it the other way. Here's Wright. Off the left rim and out. The Nuggets trail by 9. Here's Dozier. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Marjanovic kicks to Barea. For 3. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Well, seeing Jeremy Grant at his size getting out on the break in full sprint, collecting and finishing.
Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Morris looking over the floor. And Plumlee kicks to Daniels. Over Wright. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. And so it's Dallas, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job. Mike Malone moments ago with some words for his players.
Raising a shot. No hit.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. 7-point differential. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. They've got Marjanovic. Seth Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward.
More and more as Porzingis is playing these minutes and has these scoring opportunities, he's dealing with the contact much better.
Jokic has checked in for Denver. Jamal Murray comes in for Morris.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Paul Millsap.
Now, he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Denver shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Well, he's feeling it right now, and Paul Millsap is not an overly aggressive offensive player, but on this night, he might be.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. That one, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And Jokic throws it down.
I like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
Millsap with the steal. And a wide open look for Porter. Off target with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Outside for Curry. For Murray. Here's Marjanovic. Doncic outside. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Doncic has got 19 points.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And the pass to Porzingis. Over Jokic. That one off the back iron and out. The Nuggets trail by 5. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Millsap, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Here's Marjanovic. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
It's stolen by Curry. Here's Porzingis with fast break chance. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Great positioning on the putback. Now it's a 7-point Maverick lead.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Murray kicks to Craig. The drive by Jokic. Murray against Doncic. 5 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Hardaway's checked in for Marjanovic. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Dallas moving the ball around. Shoots the three. No good from Finney-Smith. The Nuggets trail by 7. Murray the pass to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy. Someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
Here's Finney-Smith. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in this game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Shooting for Denver.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
And the ceiling so high for Porter. A versatile, effective forward who does so many things well.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleba's checked in. Doncic feeling it out. Over Murray. Count.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Feeds it to Millsap. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
What a huge shot from Millsap. Gotta love how he steps up in that moment.
Doncic. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Porter. Murray outside. Back to Millsap. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
20 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Curry. It falls!
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. Here's Jokic. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Jokic stepping up big time here.
Here's Kleba. Millsap covering. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. It's the first, and that will put them up by 2.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age. And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Luka Doncic.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
So a close game sees Dallas taking this. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The movement and the feel of the game from current gen to next gen is like this giant leap. And on top of that, you know, I'm not a graphics guy, I'm not an artist, but when I look at it as a fan of the game, I'm like, man, I'm blown away by what that team has accomplished too. So it just looks incredible. Like the lighting looks crazy, the details and the texture of the skin, everything just looks so lifelike.
That's awesome, man. I'm not gonna lie, you get me excited.
So Agent, you've been really vocal about gameplay in a lot of the videos and the content.
The Nuggets are not holding anything back in the wardrobe department as they made their entrance tonight, hoping to make an impression on their home floor. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Nuggets. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run. And, of course, the Trailblazers, not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Craig in at the 2 guard. And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. And sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
You'd have to go far and wide to find any fan that doesn't enjoy watching Nikola Jokic play. This big fella is so smooth. He's got guard skills in a big man's body, and his game is so efficient. I love watching him work.
Oh, man, how about the last-minute decision there to pull the shot down and get a better one for your teammate?
Murray, the pass to Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Millsap looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Porter. To the middle. Here's Jokic. Moves back up, and Millsap with the layup.
Yeah, Millsap doing good work there with the extra possession, converting on the offensive glass.
And here are the Trailblazers. And with Jokic, passing and playmaking, Clark, are his trademarks.
Well, I tell you what, the Joker is some kind of special as a big guy. His passing and touch and field and shot making, he really impressed me with all of that. He does everything you want from a center on the offensive end of the court and does it in his own unique, special way. He's a delight to watch.
Here's Lillard, 18 feet away, and he knocks it down.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Now here's McCollum. He's guarded closely beyond the arc. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by McCollum. Lillard's got 5 points so far. Back to Murray. Pass to Craig. Now Millsap. Murray outside. Back to Millsap. And he gets it to go.
Wheeling and dealing in the pick and roll. Murray, an encouraging sign of him improving as a passer.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Three-pointer, Lillard. Porter with the steal. And now the Nuggets. Nice break. And Jokic throws it down.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Offensive rebound, Nurkic. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And Portland turns it over again. Last game against the Nuggets, they lost in the Mile High City.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
Jokic finds Millsap. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And Portland making a change here. Here's Simons. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. 5th best, the Trailblazers.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
There's the double team with Grant. Over to the left wing. Here's Little. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Denver the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. Grant dishes the ball. And the layup falls.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Misses off the right iron. Denver leading by 7. And there's the pass to Grant. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Little passes to Trent. And here is Hezonja. Trying to get something going. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater. And so it's Denver with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back to the action after this word.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think
knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten
a lot of points off of turnover.
Bol is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Plumlee. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Daniels, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Little passes to Hazanya. Here's Trent. And it's off from three-point range.
And really, few guys in the league are more unique than Bobo. Has length for days, but needs to add a tremendous amount of strength to guard his natural position.
And here's Morris for three. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And at 7'2", Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Passes to Trent. Whiteside with it. He's covered by Daniels. Shoots it up. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Whiteside. And talking about Bol, his dad, Manute Bol, was known for his defense. That is not the case for his son.
Well, they're two completely different types of players. Bobo's game is about skill. He can handle, he can shoot. And for someone who's 7'2", he's a tremendous playmaker. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Michael Porter comes in for Bol. And Murray subbed in for Morris. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Whiteside. Anthony comes in for Little. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simmons. Paul Millsap is checked in for Jeremy Grant.
Jokic is really good in these pick and pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
Over in the corner, Lillard over Daniels. Portland no good that time either. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. That's good from Porter on the assist by Daniels. Porter's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nuggets. For Portland, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Feeds it to Anthony. Millsap with the steal. One-on-one fast break. And finished off by Porter.
You know, a big reason Millsap's a star is because of his defense. Great anticipation to come up with the steal and push it on the break.
Trailblazers trail by 11.
And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are. A lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic. You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Pass to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Lillard attacking over Daniels. The putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
On the wing, Porter. Back to Murray. Tipped away and stolen by Lillard. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Shot from 12. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Damian Lillard.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Jokic finds Porter. It's tipped. Rocket 6. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Boy, it's a joy to see Jokic get the hot hand. Very efficient, multi-talented scorer. Knows how to dial it up a notch when he needs to.
Inside, Collins. Banked in off the glass.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Denver leading by 9. Murray kicks to Daniels. To the inside. And that one's good. Millsap. Millsap's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
The Trailblazers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. That free throw, no good.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. As Anya's checked in, Craig. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Dozier can't get it to go. The buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was...
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Some incredible work in this one by Nikola Jokic. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds. And
we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. Clark, what would your dream backcourt look like? If you were going to design one, what would it look like?
Well, they'd have good size and athleticism, somewhere in that 6'3" to 6'6" range, and the ability to make plays for themselves and others, and also be very solid at the defensive end. You know, you think about some guys that would fit that bill. I look at a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, who really gives it to you in multiple ways as a backcourt player. And I like the scoring of Damian Lillard.
Agreed. And finished off by Porter.
You know, Millsap has no issues giving the ball up to the open man. Excellent awareness there.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Nikola Jokic. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. He's around 18 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Murray finds Jokic. And, you know, there are so many things to like about Jokic's game, Clark, and his footwork is right near the top.
I would agree with that, Kevin. His footwork is exquisite. I mean, it is top shelf. This guy does not get enough credit for his pivoting, but his hands are great. His touch is phenomenal. He loses a lot of defenders when he's back to the basket with that footwork of his. I tell you, I was so impressed when I locked into him with my isolated camera during the playoffs. The Joker is no joke. Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Murray outside. Good on the three-point shot. Murray's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Anthony. 2 free throws coming up, and they call. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although
right.
a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. Could make for a more exciting league.
And we talk often about Bulls' scoring ability, but they're nice dime from the big fella.
Here's McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. McCollum's got his first 2 points of the night.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Murray, the pass to Bull. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Millsap misses. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. A 12-point game. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
To the paint, here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And the Nuggets with some changes. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Millsap. Troy Daniels comes in for Torrey Craig. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. Grant, that's good.
Man, I tell you, I love watching Grant get busy down there. I mean, his impressive leaping ability and his quick release on the shot allow him to score at a high rate down low.
Denver leading by 12. Daniels dishes to Morris. Grant at the elbow. Knocks it loose. Here is Daniels. He is guarded by McCollum, and it's blocked by Whiteside.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. Then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
The Trailblazers have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight, and he makes the first. And he can't hit the second.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
There's the pass to Little. Back to Whiteside. Here's Trent. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Simons, the pass to Trent. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. Here's Dozier, and he dunks it down.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Azania. Oh, and he nails does it just in time.
One eye.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Michael Porter. Plumlee out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the 2. Jokic, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Millsap comes in for Jeremy Grant. And then for the Trailblazers, Hassan Whiteside comes in for Mario Hezonja. And Anthony subbed in for Little. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Porter pulls it in.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
Hezonja, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Trailblazers trail by 18.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness. Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Mark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you. Simons, the pass to Anthony. Here's Trent. But they get it back. Back to Anthony. Portland moving the ball around. Simons, the pass to Hezonja. From deep three-point range. He can't hit that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Jokic inside. Hezonja defending. Here's Millsap. And the rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 20. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Anthony's shot is off. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Denver. Jamal Murray comes in for Morris. Passes it to Simons. Now, here's Lillard. It's Nurkic, top of the key. For the three. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Nurkic. 14 points for Damian Lillard. There's 1:38 left in the game. Murray finds Porter. Three-pointer. Here's Jokic. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Nuggets.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jokic.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Deep 2 from Anthony. Cans the shot from the wing.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Stolen by Collins. Lillard with it, outguarded by Murray. And that one's good. Lillard.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And here are the Blazers, trailing by 17. 27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Puts up a 3. And it's Lillard again missing. The clock now can just run out for the Nuggets. Outside Porter. And it's Jokic in the corner. Pass to Murray. Lets it go with a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Nuggets lead by 20.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there, go get it.
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was into. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.